There you go.
Welcome again to all that are joined us here today, and also to those joining us via Zoom. We're glad you could make it in and join us this evening. First thing I'd like to do is recognize visitors. Do we have any visitors here this evening? Yes, sir.
My name is Leo Wienberg, Kilo Zulu 4 Whiskey Expert. Recently reinstated my license after 25 years of silence, and just going to back to the something that gives me a good feeling and some nostalgic.
Right.
That's the RARC.
Correct.
How much is it?
22.
22.
West End. Okay, very good. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
Any other visitors tonight?
I got one more.
Yeah.
My drawer was coming.
Casey Ford, VGR, Bill.
Bill, nice to have you with us tonight. Any other visitors? Any visitors online?
Oh, no.
Okay. What we'll do then is we'll do a round and start, I'll start up front with Ken and their first name and call sign, introduce ourselves.
I'm Ken, WV0L. I'm the treasurer.
I'm Will, KR4CE. I'm the secretary.
I'm Daryl, WW4F, the president.
David, Whiskey Delta 3 Oscar. Matt, KR4HEV. Scott, N1 TCT.
Dwayne, KK4JNN.
Rob, KC4NYK.
Tom, KD4CMK.
Mike, K4.
Bruce, W4BRU. Rich, K4AU.
Dave, Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Yankee Foxtrot.
Emily, WB4EMY.
Doug, KK4 LSE.
Warren, W4 UIE.
And Bill, KC4 VGR.
Ron, KQ4 LBA.
Owen, KQ4 YI.
Rick, KA4OHM. Of John, KX4QC. Michael, KN4BA.
Armin, WA1UQO.
Tom, KG4BIZ.
Dan, N4DOD.
Kathleen, K5HPV. Nora, N4POZ. Lauren, W4LPW, your vice president.
Thank you. Ken, could you read off the names of those who are joining us via Zoom?
We have Patrick Bowen, K4, KP, KB, excuse me. We have Chevy, KK4OWU twice. John, W4ZAK, David, KO4MEV, and Bill, N4WLC. And Bill, is Judy there with you or not? You have to unmute yourself, Bill. Bill must be wandering to the kitchen to get food, so
Okay.
we won't know if Judy's with him. They're a couple together, so
And 4JDI, I think is recall.
yeah.
Thank you, Ken. The next item is we'd like to consider the past minutes. The minutes were attached to our newsletter that went out. Are there any corrections or changes to the newsletter? If not, do I have a motion to accept the minutes? Second?
Second.
Any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved as well. Thank you. The next item will be the treasurer's report.
Okay. We started the month with $14,801.91. We had 5 dues, which meant we got $99 out of that. And we had a seminar that came in at $10. We had some expenses. We paid Sterling Park Amateur Radio Club a plaque for $65. That's the Virginia QSO. We sponsor a plaque for, I think it's the first time, I forget now what it is exactly.
Rookies.
Rookies, yes. So that came in. Last meeting or maybe before that, we talked about Bruce to get a couple books for the library, so I had to pay him back for that. $47.07. And for the people who paid through PayPal, it cost us $5.49. So we ended up the month with $14,793.35. So there's that. I have 3 new members that I'd like to have the club vote on. We have Mark Tuss Wigglesworth, who does not have a license. We have Timothy Buildups, KR4 GBC technician. And, oh, I only have 2. I'm sorry. This is something else. So can I have a motion to get these 2 people? And second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Super. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Very good. The next item, do we have a school update? Would we have that? Nothing much to report, not until spring. They'll come later in February. Good, good. And the D-Star repeater, our C-Star repeater guru is in France. So fingers crossed. They're working fine, so they can get back the end of next week. We'll find out Wednesday. That'll be our next D-Star net, and we have problems, it'll show up because he'll be on the
They
way
always
back.
show up on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, remote station, that's still.
I know, you not heard anything.
Haven't heard anything.
Okay, and, one of us gets a call, so there's a problem. We haven't get the call.
Everything's quiet on that front, yeah, good. Net activity? Net still?
Yep.
We have, for all the new hams and those visiting, we have a total of 9 nets going on every week. If you look at it, go to our website and look at the RARC club website.net, RARCclub.net. You can see the calendar and you can see all the nets. And that's where you'll meet us during the week. We're not gonna be out in the field. We will be at home, but we'll be on those nets. And we have, dedicated operators there, dedicated controller, net control, they'll be there. And it's like you sang in the chorus, or if you played piano, you practice. And this is where you practice. Make sure the antenna didn't fall down, feed line's still in good shape, everything is still working. So I would encourage you to pick out some of the nets that you can join and do that and get into the nets and meet us there. Like I said, check that on our website. Moving on. What a reminder, the sign-in book. I saw most everybody sign in, but if you neglected to sign in as you entered, please do. We'd like to capture that. And what else do I have? I think the next would be new business. Talk about some new business, maybe we talk about group IO.
Yeah, there's a product called Group IO. And basically what it is you have a group of people who put their emails into it, logged into it, and are members of a named group. And the group could have could be amateur radio, could be, hey, I want to play pickleball. There's all sorts of groups out there. The board voted to test it. The board tested it. There's only 9 of us, so it's a small group, but we tested it and we thought it would be worthwhile to turn it over to the members. And so we've paid for it because we have too many members to get the free version. But we get some extras on the paid version. So Group IOs is just that. What I will do probably at the beginning, I think I said around the 3rd of January, I will add every member of the club. all 150 something of the members to Group IO. You will receive 2 emails that tells you you've been added. The deadline to log back is 1 day. Now, if you don't do it in a day, not a biggie, other than if you want to change something. In other words, by default, you will get every email that is sent to the group as it is sent. And if you go, oh, that's a lot of traffic, well, then you have to log in. And as I say, the link that you get is good for 24 hours. However, if you exceed that for whatever reason, if you click on it, you'll still go to the site and it'll tell you, hey, the link has expired and here's how you do it again to get a new link so that you can actually log in. And all you're really doing is telling it what password I'd like to use when I go to the actual site. As members, if you never go to the actual site, you can still send emails to the group. And the email that you get will give you the email address of the group. I can tell you the name is member@RARClub.groups.io. That's the email address that you will be using to communicate with the group. The group supports hashtags, and the purpose of the hashtag is so that you can reach people with what you have as information, if we'll say it that way. And if you log into the thing, you can say, hey, if it has this hashtag, I don't want to see it. To me, that's spam. I'm not interested in that topic. I created a set of hashtags. All mine start with a capital letter. So it's board attention. Board has capital, attention has capital. DXing, DX is capital. Equipment, event. First, my first email. I just want to let you know that I'm just trying it and seeing what's going on. For sale. I want to get a get together. Help. I have an idea. I want to make an introduction. I'm a new ham. Here's some news I know about. I have a question. I want something. Might be equipment, something about the website. This is a test. I have information. Now, those are the ones I created. You can use them. Doesn't matter. You can create your own. Anybody can create your own hashtag. It's $ in a word, a single word, and you put it in the subject line. You can have 5, 6, however many hashtags you want in the subject line. Just $, a word, space, $, a word, space, and then whatever the subject of your email might be. The idea of this is to get discussion among the members. And it's a free discussion. Now, Group IOs has anything that's public. You can't talk about politics. You can't talk about religion. You can't talk about pornography or send pornography or anything. Typical normal rules for a public forum. So that's in there. But as I said, around that, you'll get 2 emails. And as I say, we'll start from there. If you have questions, email me directly, okay? I'm the guy that sends you all of your newsletter information. I will continue to send it, but I won't send it to you individually. Right now, I send 150 emails out every month to everybody. This way, I'll send one to the group, and then you all get it. So it'll be the same email, just different, from me, different. If you actually go to the website, if you actually log on and get a password, you will see that I put 2 PDFs out there. But one is called a Members Guide to Groups.io. So it's all this stuff about all the options you have, what you can change. As I say, right now, by default, you'll get every email when it's sent. If you want a summary, you have to log on and say, I'd like to get a summary. summaries, initially, the group had it on Friday. Well, if I send the newsletter on Monday, guess when you'll forget it? On Friday sometime. So I changed it to Wednesday. So the summaries will be summarized and sent to you on Wednesday. I don't do summary, you do summaries, don't you?
Yeah, I think
What,
so.
do you know what time of day it comes out?
Oh yeah, I think it comes at midnight.
At midnight. So it would have been Friday at midnight, long past this meeting, to get your newsletter. So now it's going to be Wednesday night at midnight that it gets sent out. Yes.
You can get daily summaries, they're under
Yeah.
subscription. You can go in and you can get daily summaries, you can get weekly summaries, monthly summaries, or you can get no email at all.
No, you can't.
Depends what the.
I disabled the no email because what's the point if you say, I don't want to get any emails, because then don't be a member of the group. The two emails you get, one of them will tell you, well, both of them actually tell you, hey, if you don't like this, you can remove yourself. Please don't do that. And I might change the email not to tell you how to do it. Mainly, and the reason is this is how the club's going to communicate with you. I will never send, generally, a message to every member of this group as I do right now from the roster. I'm not going to do that anymore. That's what this is to replace. So that my email provider will say, oh, he finally quit sending spam out to 100 and some people every month. So it's to really allow you guys to communicate among yourselves. And you know, if you really don't want to get the emails in your email client, create a rule that says put these things into the trash can and get rid of them for me. But we're going to roll it out. If you have questions, concerns, you can for the two manuals, if you go out and say Google or your favorite such thing, groups, IO, space in between, manuals and everything for the owner, for the member, and you all be members. The board has its own group IO one also. So our traffic won't be in your guys' way. You won't see that particularly. Yes, Bruce.
If you use Group IO for something else, it's the same password and name. Goes
Yes.
to that? Okay.
Yeah, same well, your email address will be whatever you have told the club about. So if your group IO is using one of your other many email addresses, no. But if it's the same as what we have, yes. Your password will be the same. It'll just be a new group under your ID. I ended up in running this down. We had trouble, and I ended up having to join 3 other groups to help resolve the problem. One was called the help group for Group IO, and then 2 more behind that. And I finally got to the guy who could actually write code and fix the problem that we were having. So we're set to go. Any other questions about Group IO? As I say, there's going to be thousands, I'm sure, eventually, but.
You said set to go. That's going to be January 2nd or 3rd?
2nd or 3rd, I'll send it out. Unless somebody says, hey, why not we do it now? I mean, I can do it tonight when I go home, okay? I've actually generated all the emails for the group in the format that it needs it. And at this point, if you join the club between now and then, I will regenerate it by the 3rd and send it out to everybody who's a member at that moment in time. And for the people who do not renew their dues, guess what? I'll take them out on March 1st. They'll be removed from the group as just part of keeping things clean. So as I say, it's a, oh, okay. I thought somebody was waiting in the waiting room. It's the type of thing that I think the group can get something out of it, and we'll see how it runs. For those of you that do log in, as I say, there'll be some things that are available on the website that can be beneficial to you. You'd be able to upload a file that you could share with somebody else on, whatever, again, within the guidelines of being nice. So it's all sorts of things, and they do have the capability of having what amounts to instant messaging chat. I disabled it because I'm going, okay, it does mean you have to log on to the website and say, I want to join a chat and get a group of people actually doing, in essence, instant messaging back and forth that way. But and that's something if somebody says, hey, I want to use that feature, send an email that says, I want, then I'll see it because I'll be a member of the group and I'll discuss it with the board and we'll see what we do. So, but as I say, it's going to be you guys' tool to communicate with each other and do things that are not here at a meeting and have your own email exchange. Any other questions or comments? Yeah.
Is there software that we have to download?
Nope. You don't have to. They do have an app, and I have not tried to even use it. They have an app for an iPhone and they have an app for Android devices. But that requires you to have responded and log on and have a password, because obviously you're not sending email directly doing that through that. So, but this is basically, if you have email access, you can send an email to member@RARCdecember2025Meeting.groups.io. That's the email address. It'll be sent. Don't do it until after you become a member and get those 2 emails, but that'll be the email address. The emails also tell you the web address. Similar in nature. But anybody else? Any questions about it? It's going to be a big, sort of from my point of view, it's a big change because of how we get in touch with you as members. Super. Oh, one other thing. Bruce has, one of the things we can do is form what's called a subgroup. And it's basically a different, it's below the group we have. You have to be in that group first. But Bruce asked if the instructors could have their own subgroup so that they could talk among themselves about, did you see that? No, whatever, they can discuss how the classes are going to do, etc., among their own. So I've got that. That's one that I will set up, Bruce, and the instructors will get emails. Hey, you're in this new group. If somebody else has, and I hate to think that this would be the only subgroup after that. If the ham chicks want to form a subgroup, I just need to know who is in that group. We can form a subgroup of just the ham chicks if they desire it. It's a fairly simple matter for me to create a new subgroup. We can have as many as we want. And I just need to know the email addresses of everybody or call sign of everybody that's in the group. So, all right. Thank you. And I said, if you have questions when you get home, email me personally, and I'll take care of it. I'll answer your questions the best I can.
Thank you, Kim.
Oh, new business, not on Group IO, but I want to share this with the group. This is what I wanted to share with you. I have a database of every ham in the United States on my machine at home. I limited this to Virginia and our club. And I just ran all of the license as of September 28th. That's the magical Sunday right before the shutdown of the government. So that's why it's that date and it's that far back. But so these are the counts and the percentages, and I put the percentages together so you can see, like for A, advanced license, the state has 4.2, the club has 4.1, practically the same. extra. The state has 23%. We have 53.4%.
How many passed?
Huh?
Does somebody pass the exam?
Yeah, this is how many members are hold currently extra license.
Okay.
So we have like no.
So we have a whole lot. We have pretty close on general. We have no novice, which is okay because there's only 0.8% in the whole state anyway. However, the big tail here is the technicians, 46.3% in the state, and we have 15.8, which means guess what? We don't have quote unquote new hams in the group. Okay. And it's rather dramatic as far as the two differences between, we have double the amount, more than double the amount of extras, and less than half of the technicians. So that was all I wanted to say about that. It's just an interesting stat that ran through when I said, let's see what it is. Okay.
Thank you, Kim. What I wanted to say about Groups IO is, Kim put in a lot of hours to make this happen. A lot of hours in the week, hours in the morning. And we really owe Ken a debt of gratitude for everything he's done to put this together. I appreciate everything.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it. It was a lot of fun to do. I fought with a whole lot of issues with Group IO. As I said, it ended up it was a technical problem on their side, but it took quite a little bit to prove it.
ChatGPT did not answer our question.
Yeah. ChatGPT. Will was the one who would query it, and I would come up with problems that he would query about. So we'd try to see if we could solve it. But
So any other new business? Any old business?
I do have a piece of new business. It's kind of new. Just, this weekend is 10-meter ARL 10-meter net. And, with text, of course, you can use that bottom end of the 10-meter net. I don't know, and if anybody wants to use the club's remote station, I can get on and then I can kind of let you what kind of parts of it. So that's kind of fun. I don't know what it's gonna be like, because the bands are all over the place, as it should. That's the one we talked far.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding us of that.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Does everyone know all the new folks about contestcalendar.com? Have you shared that to them?
No.
Okay.
I keep it secret. I don't want anybody to know. I think I made someone can tell you guys about.
We can put it up real quick it's a lot of information on there. I don't know if they want to.
Groups IO, it's a place, some people Groups IO.
Yes. We can get them on Groups IO.
So, announcements. There are no old businesses, no old business. That's it for new business, no old business. Announcements, David, did you want to?
Oh, sure.
Make an announcement?
All right, about 6 years ago, the KC4TX exam group, we got together. We didn't want someone who was prepared to take the exam to have to wait 60 days to sit for the exam. So we have offered exams every Saturday, the first Saturday of every month for the past 6 years, except for July when we go on vacation, because we gave 2 opportunities in June for people to take exams. In January, we're going to be transitioning away from ARRL exams to a new VEC, W4 VEC out of North Carolina. We did an exam session this past Saturday the 6th. We had candidates that sat for upgrades and a new candidate. We submitted those exams Sunday afternoon. Those upgrades and calls were in the database Tuesday at lunchtime. So we're very happy. One of the changes is we're going to be moving from ARRL to VEC. So the exam will now be $12. For the exam, we much prefer cash, because unless we have to carry a whole bunch of ones we don't want to do. But it looks like this group is willing to work with us any way they need. Right now, I'm probably gonna use up until they ask for them back, we'll probably use the ALL exams and their wonderful gel grading, which makes it easy. But if you know somebody, we'll be ready to give exams, it's January, January the 3rd. Gospel Light, bring $12.
Thank you, David. Last month I mentioned, winter field day, January 24th and 25th. And RAPS has reached out to us and would like for us to join them at Pocahontas State Park. And, I wanted to check and find out, has anybody made a decision that they want to go out and participate? They have a number of things, David, and, well, you are RATS.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Several of you are both members of, David, are you a RATS also?
I'm wrapped also, and I'm also preparing a large amount of bourbon chuck roast chili for the weekend.
Okay, very good. So,
Alcohol and state park? Not do that for
Well, yes, I use them.
so, I mean, I'm looking at one of their spreadsheets from RATS, and they're, really, wanted to have us participate, join them, wanted to know what we would like to do with what programs, I have a copy of their spreadsheet of all the programs that they're planning. And, with different activities, fox hunts, you mentioned the meals, the laser engraver, and they wanted to know what we'd like to do in part of that. So, this isn't just a drop-in kind of a invitation, so it's participation, they're looking for participation. So, I mentioned it last month, I want to just follow up. Anybody wants to go out, you have a group here that wants to go, join them, let them know, and I'll let the guys know at RATS so that they know what to look forward to. It's open to the public, but if you, the last minute, you want to drop in, I'm sure that's not gonna be a problem either. But in operating, there will be operators there, but they'll be flexible. So if they've got guys that are hardcore, they'll go the full 8 hours or longer. But or they'll schedule it in 15-minute breaks. And so they rotate. If you want to operate, if you want to log, they'll get you in there. You'll have some seat time. So keep that in mind. We'll, I really appreciate RAC reaching out to us and giving us those opportunities so that, just real happy that, and hope we can participate sometimes. Badges, I have more good news. The badges are here. Thanks to Rob Thomas. Thank you for creating the badges. All of you that have signed up for a badge, you went online and entered the name, or you wanted your name and call sign. That badge is here tonight, and so you can take that home with you and bring it back to the club meetings. You wear it during the club meetings so we can remember who you are, who we are. So, and thanks to Rob, for your creativity and your abilities to use the laser cutters in the printers there at Hack RBA. And I want to remind you, if you're ever working on a project that has some constructions, we saw examples of that last month with the regenerative receivers. The front panel layouts, they were just beautiful, and that was with some of Rob's input. So it's great to have somebody in the club with that kind of talent. So thanks for all you're doing for us. We appreciate that.
It's a hack RV. Yeah, anybody that's interested, I always put this out there, an invitation. Right now, Hack is not having open houses, but they start up in January. And on Thursday night, second and fourth Thursdays of the month, they have an open house. And it's on Dabney Road. I can give you all the information and you can come down and get a tour. We have a 2,000 square foot wood shop with 2 CNC machines, a complete turning area with a lathe, and one of the best lathe teachers in the United States, Pam Bowles, is there. And she'll get you certified and teach you how to make bowls and I'm trying to get her to make, saltwater fishing plugs instead of pins and, other things like that. And then we have a complete electronics bench with test equipment. And, Hack RBA makes about 350 badges for some kind of security conference that's in Richmond every year, and they have done it for the last 15 years. And it now has, yeah, something like that. And, the badge has evolved to the place that it's now got onboard games that you can play. And I've been pushing them to either make a synthesizer or some kind of little communicator. So that, and then we have about 6 3D printers. We have the sticker machine that I made the stickers for the front of the badges. And, we have a laser cutter. We have also a small fiber laser for engraving thing. You can engrave brass and metal and all kinds of stuff. And, we have a roto engraver for the other laser machine that I did the badges on, so you can actually, engrave glasses and cups and all kinds of neat stuff. And what else do we and a big, 2 big classrooms, that you can use for various things, crafts and.
A group project.
It's on Dabney Road, and it's $35 a month. Or.
That's a bargain for.
That is a bargain.
For that well-equipped shop.
Several $100,000 worth of equipment. And the training. The nice thing is the people there can all train you on it, whatever machine you're into. It's a real bargain. So after the first year.
24 hours.
Yeah,
24-hour access.
yes. Burn the midnight oil in there.
So after,
What's the name of it?
Hack RBA. You can just Google Hack RBA and all the information's there. And, yeah, it's really a good deal. Great people. I think I've been a member. I'm a founding member. Then I left for a while because I got busy, and then I went back, but I think I've been a member for as long as they've been in existence, which is like 15 years.
so after the business meeting, while we were having snacks, let's go see Robin and pick up the badge. So any other announcements, Nora?
Yeah, I'm Nora and for UZ, probably you all know, but if not, we have a net for New Hampshire that is, it runs every week on Wednesdays, 7:15 to 8:15. And Bruce, who is here, has been mentoring all of us to be net control, and it's very helpful for anybody to come in. To generally, we have between 5 and 10 people that shows up. It's fun, and it really helps us to learn more. So just consider it's in the 2 meter. We're using the 543 repeater. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew about it, and whatever you can help us with. It's 7:15 to
7:45, yeah.
to 7:45. Sometimes we'll get them on. Yeah, yes, indeed.
Thank you, Nora. Any other announcements? I don't have an announcement, but I have a question. Or is anyone here or on Zoom, more of a Linux user and a Linux user of ham radio applications?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Well, if there's no other announcements, any other business you think of? If not, then we can conclude the meeting, and then we have plenty of snacks for everybody. If you didn't bring anything, don't worry about it. We have more than enough here for everybody. So, so with that, I'll ask for a motion to conclude our business meeting. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much for your participation.